The island is filled with many destinations, from the farms to the busy and bustling stations, and the various factories that create, reproduce, and manufacture goods, products, and various other things. One of those important products is corn. It is harvested by the farmers, which once harvested are then loaded into freight wagons destined for market. Engines like James and Boko sometimes have corn in their goods trains, destined for various locations. One winter day, Cotter was waiting to take his passengers to the far end of the line when Sir Topham Hatt came up. "Be careful, Cotter. The rails are wet as a result of the morning frost, so it's best to take this journey slowly." "Yes, sir. Of course, sir." Then Caitlin strolled up alongside.
"Want to race Connor? Last one to the end of the line is a rotten axle box."
"Oh, you're on." But secretly, Cotter was joking. Soon the guard's whistle blew, and Connor made his way to Barrow. Connor was enjoying himself immensely. The air was cool, the sights of which were evident, and the passengers didn't mind one bit. However, Connor's luck would turn for the worst. Bowler was on the same line. He had been held up due to a faulty signal. Worse still, one of the trucks Bowler was pulling was old and weary. It hadn't been seen to in a very long time. Soon the signal dropped, and D261 made his way. "I say, whatever is that smell?" The smell was the content in the old car. It was carrying corn. Suddenly, the old car's floorboards started leaking, causing a trail of corn. As Bowler oiled further on, the truck finally collapsed, causing it and the corn spilling all over the tracks. The driver looked back, noticing the large trail of corn they left behind. He ran to find a telephone. Cotter was enjoying his journey immensely. What a life! What a life! Suddenly, Cotter saw the trail of corn and began to slow down, but he couldn't. He skidded on the slippery rails. His driver tried everything he knew. "Cotter, slow down now." "Doesn't work like that, damn it." Cotter finally gained grip, but his wheels and front were covered in mashed corn, and he had to stop. Thanks to Bowler's driver, help arrived. Terence, using his snowplow blade, cleared the corn off the tracks, and Trevor took the old car's remains to be scrapped. "Pity about your wheels, Connor. You would be flying to the line by now." The trucks giggled.
"What a shame. Poor Connor."
"Cornful engine, cornful engine."
The trucks laughed and giggled, and thought the situation funny until Boko arrived and gave the trucks a bump.
"Ow."
"Great cucumber on wheels."
"That's enough, you lot. Now come along. You don't want to end up like your friend." The ballast hoppers that were a part of Bowler's train saw the car's remains.
"Oh dear.
That thing shit itself."
We'll be like that if you don't stop bickering, you two. Let's just get out of here."
"Gladly. Just be thankful you're not, well, running on the spot." "Oi, I heard that, Bowler," said D199 with embarrassment. "Gee, what a conversation."
"You think they learned by now?"
Some things never change apparently.
"You're not fit to be seen, you three. You must be cleaned at once."
"Gladly."
"This is spoiling my image."
"You mean our images?"
Stop arguing.
"We're late enough as is."
I issued a complaint for poor service.
"You coaches should be lucky we are not hurt in the accident."
"Take no notice, you three. I'll get you to the next station. The line is clear now." Terence took Connor's coaches to the next station, and Duck arrived to take Connor to the works to be examined. He wasn't hurt, but he needed a thorough cleaning to remove the mashed corn from his wheels and front. Jack and Alfie arrived with workmen along the section of track to ensure it was still safe, and there was no damage, thankfully, to the rails or sleepers. This is rare. I say, no wonder Connor had a delicious experience. Now, you two, I'm sure Connor thought the situation to be, well, peculiar to say the least. Sir Topham Hatt came to see Connor. "Cheer up, Connor. The accident was not your fault. It was that old truck's fault. I should have removed it from service completely, but the accident saved me the trouble from its, poor track record. Once you're clean and mended, you will rest for a few days. You were due for some much-needed time off from your duties. Caitlin will do your work until you're back." And Sir Topham Hatt walked away. Cotter, feeling embarrassed, understood, and said no more. He closed his eyes and rested endlessly for the next few days. When he was released from the works, James, who heard about the situation, sized it up. "Pity this happened to you, Connor. You never see me get dirty. Yeah, like crashing into tar wagons or your jammed brakes." James said no more and puffed embarrassedly away. "Connor, I am sorry about the accident. It was no hot way intentional." "I know, Buller. It's all right. At least things were put right in the end. I guess you could say that it was a odd situation." Connor had to agree. Since the accident, Connor has not had any accidents with corn or any food on the rails. But suffice to say that although the rails smelled like corn for a few days, after I will say that it felt a very tasty oddity indeed.